All right. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. What's we got here? New day. Um, we have a pack. I forget how. It must have been something in the Mastery Pass. Yeah, looks like we hit our level 30 in the Mastery Pass, so we got a new pack, which is cool. We can swap this sucker out. Let's try it out and see. Kill 15 of your opponent's creatures. Well, we took like the easiest one, which was like cast a creature and turn it into a harder one. Good job on us. And then there's a little bit of dot up here for store. We sneak a peek. It looks like they got like all the forgotten artifacts. I don't know. I don't ever get those skins. I like them when I get them, like when they're part of the reward system, whatever we're doing the week. But there you go. All right, Phyrexia, all will be one pack. What you got for us? We're up to 42% of the entire set. Picked up another gold wild card. We're up to 17 rare wild cards. It's kind of cool. Rebel Salvo, very, very useful removal spell. Been putting it in a few more decks lately, actually. I've been really liking it. Evolving Adaptive, the first one of those. It's kind of a good red oil deck creature. It can kind of really give you something to boost up. You play on the first drop, and then you don't really do much with it until it gets to like turn 3 or turn 4, and then now suddenly it's a real threat. Planetary Disruption and Ruthless Perdition are good removal spells too. I don't know what our copy count is on these things, but I'm not fighting it. I'll take it. And an Argentum Masticore, really interesting card. So essentially this thing will eat a card of yours out of your hand at the beginning of your turn and destroy a creature on theirs. If you don't have a card to get rid of, then it just dies. So you always want to hold on to like a card at least, unless you're ready to let it die. But it's a great way to destroy a bunch of things. It's like a giant removal spell. 5/5 for 5. Has first strike and protection from multicolored. Protection from multicolored, I guess, would be can't be blocked, targeted, dealt damage, enchanted, or equipped by anything with multicolors. Not a lot of spells fall into that category, but a ton of the bigger creatures do. So it's kind of cool. Don't think. I'm trying to think who would be the best place for it. We were doing some of this. Is he the kind of body that belongs? Yeah, look, we did pick up like some extra copies of those things. I thought they were new. All right, Mastercore, right? Check out this. Ironclaw Crusher doesn't, to me, seem like it's got as much utility as the Mastercore would. The negative side is we don't have a lot of card draw in here. He's kind of a card draw guy because you can be playing one off the top. It's almost like getting a second look. All right, one out, one in. We'll give it a shot. He's definitely a game swing like changer for sure. So, awesome sauces. What's going on with this new deck? Oh, there's just nothing to it. All right, kill 15 of your opponent's creatures. Which one of our decks kills creatures, huh? See, this thing is go bye. All right. We're looking for something with heavy removal. The Rot Priest has 6 removal spells, 7 removal spells, and then this thing. Could try this. This one also has a lot of removal, but it's okay. Yeah, we could do this one too. We're gonna try the Rand's Braids. Maybe we'll get some credit for killing our own creatures. Okay. There's definitely some high-level cards in this deck, and so I worry that we're going to get matched up against some very, very high-level creature situations. We'll see. We'll see. Alright, so name of the game right here is just kill their creatures. Try to get a win, obviously, because wins give us gold as well. But Tenacious Underdog looks like a really good turn 1. Turn 2 Bran is fine. Alright. Ramping as long as we control a little bit. Yeah. Attracting another burn spell here from the Dragon Knight. Pack Knight. It's hard to tell sometimes. That one I can tell. 2 damage. Shows skill. I would like a land. Well, this is getting awkward. Ugh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 cards. We're running at about 18%. So there's 41% chance. Yeah, that sounds good. If he sacrifices himself, it's the same thing for me. It is annoying to miss that many land drops. I know, I haven't been talking. I'm sorry. This is a warm-up game and it's been just going terribly. Essentially, we're not getting a chance to destroy their creatures. We're not doing anything that we want to accomplish here. We're down to our last spot to survive. Let's try this. I thought about you doing the Gix's command, but the negative side of doing the Gix's command, we don't have a lot of good spots to like their creature's not out, and it's a sorcery speed, so this reinforcement is a bit of a problem. I'm gonna attack. I'm gonna do a trade-off with the Dreadnought. There you go. You can just die. Good enough place to use Gix's command. Oh shoot. You got a card draw. Just to the end of the turn. right. So he was up to 36 health, and we got him down to 24. So that's pretty solid. I think we're just Kaiing now, seeing if we can't just somehow save this game. Which is pretty incredible if we do. Kaboom. All attack. Down to 18. Up to 8 for us. We'll be getting closer here soon. This won't work too well with what we're trying to do. You draw 2 cards and then each opponent gets to scry. It's kind of weird. Exile target creature, enchantment. If it wasn't an aura, create a copy that's a token. So, like, we don't. I guess we have this enchantment that we could exile, which is kind of cool. But it's a bit of a minus. But yeah, it's fine. I think we just leave it there. We just do this. Do again? No, it just gets +1/+1. Okay. We will, I can't quite get him on the next turn. He's at 5, 6, 7. And then she makes 10. So we'll be 2 short. But if we use the Tenacious Underdog, we'll swing for lethal on the next turn. That'd be a heck of a turnaround on a game, wouldn't it? I don't know what happened to him. Why did he stop playing? He was drawing perfect. Did he just draw land after land after land and flood out? That does put me underneath. Lethal. It's so weird, too. Hey, buddy. Yeah? That one didn't turn out the way you wanted it to. I know, I know. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I am shocked we won that game. But, you know, that's how it works out. Okay, so we're 1 for 1 for the day. Yeah. We got 6 of those creature kills done. I don't know about this deck being the right answer here. Let's go for... do you have some removal spells? Yeah. Look at this. This is... We got some Whispers, we got some Death Touchers, we got some Drowning Ichors, we got some Internal Grasps, we've got some Vraska Falls, we got some ways to kill some players. So, we're going to go with this. Don't know if it's a better deck for wins, but I think we're going to get some more of those interactions. Orzhov, right? Orzhov's the patient. Yeah. If I recall, this deck struggles a little bit with having the right colors. Meaning, like, I don't have the dual lands in a high enough, 8 of them or something like that, that are fast. So I end up using slow ones, and then that causes a problem too. Boy, I could not pull the land on the last hand. Like, it's just sacrificing creature after creature after creature. Okay. Kind of a fun hand. We'll start with the Pestilence Siphoner. And we'll attach a Communion to it on turn 2. And on turn 3, we'll consider adding a Pestilence Siphoner to the PC. Oh, we'll just do that now. Okay. Okay. No more whispers. No more whispers for you. I know. Have 4 toxic. Can you double communion? I've never double communioned. Can you double communion? Is that possible? Man, he's got a whole lot going on. I just want to see what happens. The game. Dude. You can double communion? That was nasty. That was so mean and so nasty. Gosh. I was like, yeah, you can have a Canker Bloom. Oh, you want this mythic card over here? Go for it. Create your mythic cards. It sounds good. Alright, yeah, you got your meta stuff. Oh, you used your removal spell perfectly. Got the highest amount of value I could imagine. Good job. And yeah, you still lost. But yeah. Well, we'll take it. Don't ask me. I did not know that you could double communion a creature and add 4 toxic, so we were delivering 6 toxic with a 2-drop. What an absolutely insane situation to be in. Alright, we got a little Billy Skull Dweller, removal spell. We don't have any white yet, and that's kind of what I was saying before about this deck. Oh, well, I'm going to go with the Skull Dweller. But we'll toss this out and drown an Ick or something. Yeah, I think we do this. I don't think we attack that. This is what we do though. Yep. No. Incredible. Alright, so that's gonna go out. I could have done that after. I messed up. Just gave up a toxic. Because if you get the toxic counter on first, then use the whispers and the drops, you get to go up. Right? Alright, that sounds fine by me. We'll go here, see you next. No hesitations, no hang-ups, no spells. Easy life. Time for us to start working towards that. Get out of here, get out. Yeah. I do like Kintu. I feel bad. Sizer Fighter's good. Let's get interruption. Turn our little dual striker into a threat. Which one goes? Not the one that I expected. Cool beans. Cool. Good job. That's fine. Get a little duty back. Attack, push up to 9. You can toss it ravenous Necro Titan. Let it go. I think so. Aha! That you just controlled him, man. Just controlled him. And you know what's funny is I think I only used one removal spell. It's just more about understanding the... Well, no, I guess I must have killed a lot of creatures. Because I got credit for 4 of them. Oh, I did. What am I thinking? I had the Whispers and I had... Yeah, no, I used a lot of removals. Oh, I'm salty. What can I say? There was a fight where I died. It was just a block and prevent the damage. Then I used the Whispers. Then I used the Drowning Ichors twice. There had to have been another interaction or another trade. Yeah. Alright, 2 lands. 1 Bilious Skull Dweller. These lands are black. I think we keep. Yeah, I think we're keeping. Steve. Have we lost today? I don't think we've lost. We just hold back. Skull Dweller can be a nice blocker while Siphoner hits. So we lose a turn, but we end up with a better threat. Okay, we'll go next. We'll just attack. Just do another one of these guys. I would definitely get rid of the Crawling Chorus in this and take the 2 damage. I'm much less worried about the damage. Next one. Did it. We got what we were looking for. So the Awakener sacrifices another creature and transforms into a 4/4. Kind of becomes a problem at that point, but I kind of like letting him do his mana sink stuff into it. So I think I'm just going to go 2 attackers. And yeah. Yeah, I'm just going to end the turn, because he's going to sacrifice the Cult Conscript here. And I think that that's going to turn into a 4/4, and then I can block it so it wouldn't come in, so maybe I just kind of outthink myself here on this. So this is now a 4/4 dual striker with flying, which is just phenomenal. I mean, it's going to swing for 8 each turn. But the negative side is the 6 mana that it costs to cast it ain't happening anytime soon. We've got a 34% chance of getting a mana each hand. If we just were on time, we need 3 more mana. That is 9 more shots. That's too much. What do you think? Let's just finally get it done, huh? Well, it happened the way we said it would. Jawbone Duelist is a really nice blocker. That goes. Toxic Trade. We'll take 1 hit. Boy, this not being able to use 2 spells is hard. Very, very hard. I guess we're throwing the rat. If we can get the Lysa to attack right now, I'm less concerned about that. Okay. Still can't draw land. I mean, I don't know how the shuffler decides to do that, but that's what it decided to do. Okay, What happens if I attack in with these guys? I really want to keep the Pestilent Siphoners available, and that, so I throw that, and click next, and click no on the attacks, and click enter. I know. I need one more, one more Whispers of the Dross would be fine, because then it lets me drown an Ichor, and it lets me Whispers of the Dross, and that's 2, and then those guys are there, so just a Whispers of the Dross is all I want. It's okay, I'll take a mana, so I can throw out a big guy. Attackers here for a sec. It's tempting to just swing full in. Told you it was tempting. Alright, we're good, and we're good, and we're good, and we're letting the rest go. So the game's over. I'm threatening more toxic than he can block. Unless he's got a board wipe. He might have a board wipe. Not a single castable card. Any chance I could get a turn here, that'd be great. Well, we'll go with one of those, right? Confirm. Okay. We'll do resolve. We'll do one of you. Stop the damage at this point. Like I said, it was hard to do with the land situation. He has 5, 6, 7, 8. I got my 4th on turn 7 or something. Like, it's just really, really tough. When that happens, there's not much you can get done. But on the positive side of things, we killed a lot, and we got 1,100. I think he killed his own creatures, but they gave us credit for it. So we'll take it. And we'll go into the jump-ins, and we'll cancel, just double-checking. Got the win, got the check mark, good to go. We're resigning here. Yeah. Yesterday we made our, what's it called, decks so much better. Our green artifact ramping deck got really, really good. We were able to bring in some of the biggest, strongest cards in our entire set into that deck, and you can tell. You can really tell. All right, Cutthroat is Vran, which we already have copies of, and Drivenod, which we have one of, but I mean, there's no need to go after that. And Venom is the Bloated Contaminator, which is an excellent 3-mana 4/4 toxic 1, but also it proliferates when it hits. And then the Tyrannix Rex. So Venom is just perfect. And then Tricky is just bad, so Venom it is, right? Come on, Tyrannix Rex, you can do it. Oily, we've already done. We've gotten a ton of our stuff. We don't need to go back and do some more oiling. And we've looked at Globetrotting before and been relatively unimpressed. It is the Voldalian Mindsinger, which essentially it's a blue creature that can kick with red or green. Very awkward pairing across the board. When it enters the battlefield, you gain control of a target creature with power less than it for as long as you control it. So, okay. Yeah. But Bloodthirsty's cool. Bloodthirsty is going to really lean into the blood tokens. And so the two vampires that you get are both interesting in their own ways. One of them, when you get 5 blood tokens, she turns them into bats. And another one just makes a blood token every time she attacks. And she's a 3/1 flyer for, I think, 2. She's pretty good. So we'll go with this. Start to build out a vampire tribe a little bit, because I don't think we have much. So we did not get the Tyrannix Rex, which means we got the Bloated Contaminator, which isn't bad at all. Even though this thing is a toxic creature, the 4/4 with Trample and the Proliferate is enough to make it kind of a superstar in any deck whatsoever. So it's going to make its way into the green artifact deck. Like, you just wait and see. Infectious Bite, we needed another copy of, which is good. And then we definitely like the Cultivator. There's some things that we can utilize it with. On the blood token side, this was the creature that turns the blood tokens into bats that we picked up here. And we had a couple of her, so not overly jumping through the moon. This one I like a lot. She creates a lot of blood. She doesn't create a lot of blood tokens, but she really utilizes them. When you pop one, she gets +2/+2. So it's kind of cool. Enchanted artifact. It's kind of like, okay. So at least this thing has a curve to it, and obviously getting a bloated contaminator down on turn 3 is going to make it really, really tough for an opponent. I'm thinking that we could get a good win here on opening hand, depending on what it looks like. We'll have to find out. Copper Long Legs, Parasitic Grasp, Gluttonous Gust, 4 mana. Let's go. Keeping it. We have a 2-drop. We have a 3-drop. And we've got the land to take us to whatever we draw. Black and green. When that happens, I think you take it. Civis Space Parabellum. Somebody is in medical school. This. You got a 3/1? I got a 1/4. Haha. What you think about that? I'm alright. Yeah, that's even better. Oh no, it's not. The first strike's in it. Because you're the best around. Yeah, I think so. There you go. Dragon Will. Let's go with... okay. Can I do it that way? No. Why can't I do it that way? Need 2 blacks. Son of... yeah, I think we'll do this. Man, I got the defense, huh? of tricks. I mean, that's got to be his third or fourth one. Like, they give him a lot. Gave him all the removal, all the dragon. Like, I mean, I don't have a single trick. I've got a 1/1. Yay! Like, woohoo! 1/1. Amazing. What? It wasn't a removal spell? But you've given him so many. Okay, so I think we do that, and we just say one blocker's fine. So the current race is 4-4, right? And we have a bloated Contaminator. So I think that's what we're doing with an all-out attack. We did say we thought that the game changer would be the bloated Contaminator. We just didn't think it would be happening this late stage of the game, that we'd still be playing small ball with, you know, 1-3s and 2-1s, like, it's not common. You can proliferate. Yep. And I am going to have to make a trade against the Magmatic Pummeler, I believe, which is well, it's a problem. It's a big problem. I think I have to let the Pummeler go. If I trade this out, the Bloodcaster is done too. So I'm just gonna, I'd rather trade out Fertilizer. Who are you? Okay. We're gonna attack with 2. Okay, so I can use the Wedding Security to sneak attack one of these 4/4s. on an attack. If he attacks in, I chump with my Rust Vine. And I think I chump it right here on the pummeler. Right? If I do it like this, I think I like what happens more. Because essentially, don't give him another trick. Did you give him another trick? The 2 damage just kind of goes to face at that moment, but he's not nearly as much on the crackback. One removal spells game. I think I can just do a trade with the pummeler on the next one. He keeps going then. Lose. You lose. Not the game I expected again, but we counted as a win. Haven't had a loss today. What do we get? Scheming aspirant. I can never tell. I think it's a girl, and she's so ugly. Ooh. Okay. How'd we do here? So we got our 4 wins. We've been spinning this dial. We're close to another pack. If we would pick up, I think, just one more win, I think we'll get it. So we'll probably go after that, and we'll just do the one more win. On the Woodsy Artifact deck, we said we like the Bloated Contaminator, and I really think that it's going to go in right there. Because I don't want to take away offensive capability to put in offensive capability, and this deck hasn't needed the amount of defense that the Jewel Thief creates. She kind of creates like a nice blocker for the 2-drop spots, like from coming in, but so does the Bloated Contaminator. So not really giving anything up. I don't see the need for the treasure token too often, since everything's on brand in color or as a creature that the Howlpack Piper could get rid of, get just out of the hand and onto the deck. So I'm kind of a fan of where this thing is at. We've got a lot of positives here. I think this is a 3-drop. Yeah, 4-drop. So this is what the real curve looks like. I'm probably casting this on turn 4 more often too. But, you know, shuffling out these 2 huge bodies with the Howlpack Piper, even the Master Core is really, really solid. Or the Rootwire is really, really solid too. And then being able to sacrifice the Rootwire and turn it into a 15/15 is just, that's just cheating. Like 5 mana to flop, so 4 mana, you know, on turn 5 we bring it out. You know, we cheated out so that we still have extra mana to use for like infectious bites and stuff like that too. So just dirty. Skrulv's Hive's not so sure it has a place in this this deck. Not so sure, but we'll see. But these are fun. These are just fun cards everywhere, all up on the top end of the line. Mythic. It's like, okay, here come the mythics. The March of the Mythics. We picked up other cards like the Bloated Contaminator that would be excellent in here instead of a Contagious Vorak. Why don't we take a Bloated Contaminator here? Right? We're not arguing about that. Mossy Enchantments. Also kind of looking for tell you what, we'll take this one out. I know it's an enchantment, but we're going to put this one in. And the reason we put this one in is because of the +1/+1 counters that are going to be given out by the Generous Visitors and the Gwenna. This constant proliferate threat is going to be really, really nice. So yeah, keeping that. Okay, told you this thing could go into almost any deck. Forging for Oil looks for you say, well, wait a minute, why are you putting a Bloated Contaminator in your Forging for Oil deck? Because it proliferates. And every time it hits, everything with oil counters goes up an oil counter, which is great. I'm not so sure the Ascended Pack Leader belongs in my oil deck. In fact, I 100% know it does not belong in my oil deck. Not so sure the Squee belongs here either, but I'd much rather have a Squee than that, so we'll go there. Big Game Hunt. It's like the Tyranic Rex. It's just big. Big threat. Extra body triggers off some stuff. Definitely don't need this. There you go. I don't think that's a very good deck, but I get it. I really do. I'm not putting a Bloated Contaminator in here. Don't worry. I'm not that addicted. No. Let's press our luck on the wins today. We haven't had a loss yet. That's pretty incredible. It's not good. Let's check it out and see. I should have probably considered the fact that this is a black, or it's a blue themed creature, which means he'll have a lot of control elements, things that could bounce our creatures, that kind of stuff. Although this doesn't look very appealing. Yeah, so we put the Bloated Contaminator in decks to where the Toxic or the Proliferate effects, or the 4/4 at 3 looked good. That's pretty much every deck. I'm running out of decks that would not look good at, right? Sure. How did he get a card in the graveyard? Oh, they forced him to do his thingy. So the next theory would be we would do the Experience Ascent on Venerated Rot Priest. Ivy would copy the spell onto her, gifting a Toxic, stacking a Toxic onto here. So we've got 2 and one more for 3 attacking in, but then also the double effect on the spell gives us 4 and 5. So at the end of this attack, he'd be at 6 Toxic, and I can totally understand the frustration. find it amazing that this is still alive. Told you, we gave him a 6, right? We said that's what's going to happen, and that's what happened. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, so he's there, and he's just going as long as he can and then pushing the button to try to make it go as long as he can. Riveting gameplay. Riveting, exciting gameplay. Unbelievable. Let's have some fun. Oh, we almost believed in you, my friend. Rite of Oblivion. It's a great card. As an additional cost to the spell, you have to sacrifice a non-land permanent, but then you can get it back and flash it. So it's like a double removal spell. White. We got the experience we're looking for, which got us the level, which goes against the pack. And then we got the pack, which opened it up, gives us the mots. This is great. We are stacking up the wild cards, like stacking them up, and it's kind of cool. You can almost see the perfect ratios, right? Like common and uncommons, wild card wise, you get them at about the same tick. Then about 50% of that tick is where you get rare, and then about 50% of that tick is where you get mythic. Run! Man, everyone wants us to play green, and I ain't complaining. Decks. Alright, so let's take a look at Thrun, just here for an example. We'll start in the Mossy enchantments. This is Thrun Breaker of Silence, and what Thrun Breaker of Silence does is a spell can't be countered, so you don't have to worry about throwing it out there against the blue magic, which is good. It can't be the target of non-green spells your opponent control or abilities from non-green sources your opponent control. And as long as it's your turn, it's indestructible. So there's very few ways for them to destroy Thrun, right? He is he's not like all the black removal spells, all the red burn spells, only the green fight spells on when it's the opponent's turn are the only thing you have to be fearful of. Otherwise, he's a 5/5 with Trampler that just never comes off the board. He just stays there like the whole time. And so anything with a Gwenna should get a Thrun. That's the name of the game, so to speak. I think we'll take out a Tanuki, because we have a nice big threat now. And we don't need, even though it's an enchantment, this isn't, we don't need to like add the extra mana to it. And we certainly don't want to like over tilt how hard it is to cast that stuff. Thrun is probably not going to work too well in these toxic formats that's there. Unlike the Bloated Contaminator, which has the toxic built into it, the Thrun does not. But looking over here, I keep thinking these Iron Claw Clusters are like probably the weakest out of all of the cards that we've got. Did I spell Thrun wrong? Yeah, no. So we'll take one out and add one in order to again lower the curve slightly and increase the lethality of the creatures that are coming in at that moment. So I think that if we look at it like this, these are the creatures. Skruv's Hive is the one piece of this puzzle that I'm question marks about. It's the only one though, I think. We have a lot of artifacts and a lot of big guys up here at the top. So let's play with that game. One time. One time. Then we'll call it a day. Not a lot of training today, just a lot of winning, like every single match, which is just crazy. Absolutely crazy. Did we really win every single match? I'll have to go back and look. It's pretty nuts. Three lands, one Boulder Branch Golem, one Thrun. And a Yoshi. I think we're keeping this for sure. Right? And the headache rears its ugly head. Bushwhack. See you. Okay, we're gonna throw this in order to throw this. We're not gonna do that because he's gonna do something scary here. I very much knew it. We'll throw the Piper, right? Big creatures. We took a loss. That was not expected. Like Giggs's command was just not the direction I thought we were heading. But we're dead. Ouch. We just got a one-sided board wipe. Like, whoa. Just happened quick. That's okay. We had to take that loss. It had to happen.